Hi, everybody. I'm Laurie Cadden. This is Talk of the Town, and we are here at the Salvation Army Citadel Corps to talk about a wonderful event coming up that'll be held which date, Captain?
May 17th.
May 17th, and we have two of my new friends. They are Kirsten Childs and Neil Childs, who are both captains with the Salvation Army, and they are co-commanding
Officers.
Oh, see? Anyway, so hi, welcome.
Thank you.
And tell us a little bit, first of all, let's tell everyone, because I don't think I've ever done I know I've never been here. So and it's a long time, as we said, almost 20 years of doing these Talk of the Town shows. So tell everybody a little bit about the Salvation Army Citadel Corps, so that people understand a little bit more of what goes on.
Sure. So the Salvation Army Scranton Citadel Corps is primarily a church and social service office. We also have next door to us the Adult Rehabilitation Center, which also runs all the thrift stores and stuff like that. That is actually separate from us. But the Corps itself runs social service programs and church services and a variety of different programs going forward. We have a food pantry, which runs Tuesday through Thursday. And we have UGI assistance, which my wife does most of the work for. Takes up most of her time.
Yeah. I'm glad you clarified, because what did I say to you when we sat down? Tell me about it. And are you connected? And I said, so we look at it like a holding company, and you're a different aspect.
Correct.
And they're included, but under a different organization.
Exactly.
Okay. So this fundraising event you're doing, does this go back then to the UGI assistance?
No.
Okay, so this is strictly
That's
for
strictly for the Corps and
Okay.
for all the other programs to keep us up and running, basically.
And what is it like? What will happen if people want to come to it?
We're going to have, currently we have Mark Hiller as our Master of Ceremonies.
Yeah.
We have Chris DiMatteo as our honoree.
Okay.
And speaking, we're going to have the President of the Chamber of Commerce, Bob Durkin, speaking. So it's going to be great. We're going to have a full meal. We're going to have a Salvation Army band present. Got to have the Salvation Army band there.
That's right.
And they're going to play, and we're going to have a really good time.
Well, just to let you know, I love all three of those guys. They're wonderful people. So that's all good. And what can people expect? How much? Do you need reservations? What's the cost? I should say,
Sure.
Not how much. What's the cost? And then what will they expect to have to be able to do when they're here?
Sure. So we're looking at having people contact us by no later than May 4th so that we can have everything lined up in time. They can contact us via phone, which is area code 570-969-6399. Tell them that you'd like to buy tickets for the annual dinner. Tickets are $75 a piece. We also have sponsorship availability as well. You can sponsor tables and have 8 tickets with it, which is about $600. And there's a variety of different things. Also, if you're a business and would like to advertise, just email me directly, and I can give you the exact numbers, half page, full page, quarter page, whatever. And you can email me at neil.childs@use.salvationarmy.org.
Whoa.
Yes, it's
We'll
long.
say that again before at the end. But
Certainly.
tell us, Captain, tell me a little bit, and I have to say this, when I walked in and I met Kirsten and I didn't realize she was a captain. What did I say? Hello, Captain, and
To
to Neil.
Neil, right.
I had to. It was
It's,
perfect
it's
for
not
that.
the first time we've heard it.
Won't be the
I love
last
it.
either, I'm
I
pretty
love
sure
it. I
of
love
that.
it. But it won't be the last now. But so, is this an annual event then, Captain? How does that, or is it hasn't been around because
It
of COVID?
hasn't, right. So,
Okay.
well, actually, I think it's been more than just COVID. It hasn't really taken place in how many
Probably a
years?
dozen years.
Yeah.
It's probably been a dozen years. I know that a few years ago they tried to do one, and I don't think it came together. So this is the first one in a long time. And so back to the days of when they used to have them all the time, we wrangled in a retired officer who used to be stationed here, and she's leading the charge and guiding us through the process of doing this, because where we were previously, we didn't get a chance to do this. So
Well, I love it, and we talked a little bit, and either one can say. I said, where were you from? Where did you, because you're not here that long, and they said Maine. Of course, Maine is such a wonderful state. And then we said, what are your usual, what would it be? I would say a tour of duty. But what would your normal stay be when you're transferred? Because that's what we said. You have children that they didn't come with you this time, so that's been going on. So let mom, because that's always the better one with the mother on this. But Kirsten, so doing that, how has it affected your life? How long have you been part of this where you've had to move and do these things through the years?
Well, it's funny that you should say that. So, as our family, we've only been at this for 6 years now. Prior to this, we both had jobs outside of the Salvation Army. I grew up as a Salvation Army kid. My parents were officers in Chambersburg, Lebanon, Harrisburg, Chester, in this part of Pennsylvania. So I spent a good 10 years of my life in this part. That's why it's so familiar to me. And then I disappeared to New England for 25 years because, of somebody.
Somebody. Oh, those
But
guys.
a typical stay for a set of officers could range between 3 to 6 years. It really depends. The Salvation Army's been really good about making sure, especially with school age kids, that like my children are both back in Maine, but to allow my daughter to finish her 4 years of high school in the same school and things like that. So that was a real blessing for us. And, yes, now we're empty nesters. We have the kids' dog because the kids can't have the dog, so it's us and the dog.
Oh, that's
but
okay.
That's okay.
At least you can somewhat control the dog. What
Sort
happens
of.
with kids? Yes, sort of. So tell us too, we talked about the UGI program, which I know Kirsten is more involved in, but tell us some of the other programs that this fundraiser will help as you with the money that you're going to earn. What
Sure.
will it do?
Well, obviously, it's going to help us keep the doors open, which is always good. The biggest thing for any organization is administration and everything else. We only have 2 employees. We have an office manager, and we have Steve Oten, who is our property manager and food pantry manager. Yeah, he double duties, and
Yeah.
man, he's amazing. We have a huge food pantry program. We currently, in the last quarter alone, we saw 919 families
Wow.
come in for food assistance, which is a significant number, obviously. We often have the regular food pantry Tuesday through Wednesday. They call in, make a reservation to make an appointment to come in and pick up a box of food, and we always cater to the size of the family. We have them come in, make sure everything's all set, and then we get them on their way. But also once a month, we have what we call an open pantry. An open pantry basically is an opportunity for the family to come in, walk around the gym, and basically shop for what they need. And in those events, we tend to see anywhere between 150 to 250 families in one day.
4 hours.
In 4 hours. It's a significant amount of people coming through at once. But we have an amazing volunteer group. This past event we had yesterday, we had 184 families come through. We had just over 40 volunteers here to help with the process, which was amazing. That's just one of the many things. We're also looking to start additional programs as well in the future, and this would help us go towards that.
It will also help us send children from the Scranton community to camp this summer.
Oh, where's camp?
Camp is in Waymart, so it's
Okay.
about half an hour away. I was a camper and a staff there many years ago, but we're looking
Neil.
to send. Camp isn't back to full strength yet, so we have 26 slots to fill. I have about 10 or 11 of those slots filled, so there's still time for parents to enroll their children into camp, but the funds also will help pay, defer the cost for the children to go to camp and spend a week, boating and swimming and hiking and fishing and just making new friends.
Do you have your own camp, or do you rent one from the
The
many
Salvation
that are in
Army
that neck of
has
the
their
woods?
own camp.
Okay.
It's called Camp Lador. I'm trying to think how, it's been the Salvation Army camp for this division since in the 1960s, I think. So, yeah.
Well, while you have the mic, talk a little bit about the UGI program and how that's helped. And I'm sure that's a big deal now with the rates being, because I hear, from my friends and people saying, has anybody noticed how? So it has to be hard for families who struggle. How do you do that?
Okay, so we help administer UGI's Operation Share Fund, and people apply for Operation Share. The applications come to us. I have to review income, sources of income, and things like that, and then their accounts reviewed, and then it's determined what's needed if they're expecting a shut-off, what's needed to prevent that shut-off. If they're already shut off, what they would need to pay to get services back on. It's been a very busy, since the
Yeah.
beginning of March, we've been very busy. We've probably helped close to 400 households since the beginning of October. And probably close to $136,000 in grants or more.
Wow.
But part of the reason the rates go up is not necessarily the utility company's fault. That's the Public Utility Commission. They raise rates, so the utility companies have to abide by that, so.
So when it comes to help with the food pantry, do you get do people donate? Do you have to buy all of this food, or do you have the wonderful people in our neck of the woods? Because I will tell you, I'm sure you've noticed, the giving that goes on in this town, in our region, is tremendous. And people are asked over and over and over again to help with this cause. How do you see that happening for you guys?
So we have a lot of different partnerships along with Walmart and Sam's Club. We have partnerships with Sheetz and Panera Bread and stuff like that. So we get a lot of Annie's.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yum.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, believe me, trust me.
Yum, yum.
Yeah, I've put on some weight, trust me. But we get a lot of in-kind donations from them. We also have a really good relationship with Shifts, which help us
Wonderful.
purchase a lot of the stuff that we don't have. Plus, we work with the food bank in Wilkes-Barre to get additional food in.
Okay.
There is a considerable, as far as our budget is concerned, one of the biggest services that we offer is our food pantry, and therefore it has the largest budget of our entire budget. So it does keep us busy, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, it's all a good thing. But tell everyone, if you would, again, Captain Neil, how they
Sure.
can get you, your email again, phone number, and when they need to have the info in by.
Absolutely. So the annual dinner will be held May 17th at 6:30 at the Radisson. The theme this year is Beacon of Hope. In order to attend, just call for a reservation. You can call our main office here at 570-969-6399. And you can just let them know that you'd like to participate, and then when you come, you can pay at the registration table, or you can send a check directly to us here at 500 South Washington Ave, Scranton, 18505.
Please make sure the check says.
Yes, please make sure that the check says the Salvation Army Scranton Citadel Corps. That's very important. Otherwise, headquarters gets all the money, and that's not fun.
No, especially because you need it here.
Exactly. And then if you want to place an ad in our program, or if you want to just sponsor whatever, feel free to give us a call, and I can also reach out to them. They can email me. Again, the email address is neil, Neil, .childs, CHILDS, at use.salvationarmy.org.
Okay, great. Well, we hope that, anything else, Kirsten?
May 17th is also someone's birthday.
Is it Neil's birthday? Ah.
Yeah.
Well, are you going to sing happy birthday there, I hope?
No.
Why?
We don't need to do that.
He didn't even
could.
want me to say that.
But I like it. Well, happy birthday in advance. Always, I tell everybody, don't don't ever get upset about a birthday, because consider the alternative. Seriously, be happy.
I have no problem with celebrating the
Yeah.
birthday. It's just
You don't wanna
it's
be
not, That's
reminded?
not the focus
I
of the
understand.
night.
I do.
And
I get it. That's
I don't
very
want it to
humble
be
of
the
you.
my
Very
focus.
humble.
so.
See, if it were me, I'd be making it all about it. Okay, we'll let it go. We'll let it go. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Neil, and I look forward to hopefully meeting you guys again. I have
Absolutely.
to say, Kirsten, you looked way too young to be a mother of children in, I don't know, or you said what, late teens, early 20s?
Thank you.
Beautiful skin, and you look like a kid yourself. So see,
Thanks.
you're doing something right there, Neil.
I have good genes.
There you go. Well, is she? Are you? Well, you look fabulous, so keep it up. There we go. Thank you very, very much, Captain and
Thank you.
And everybody else, thank you so much for listening today. And again, good luck to you guys.
Thank
Best
you.
of luck. And we'll see you again real soon. Thanks for watching. I'm Laurie Cadden, and this is Talk of the Town.